This mission's pretty easy. Because there's an achievement to kill everything anyway. Immortal Stalker is kind of the go-to here. It's quite strong. So we should be able to blitz through it without much of a problem at all. This mission would be infinitely better if they just went back and gave the Nexus Chrono boost, honestly. Protoss feels so bad without Chrono.
The mighty spirits of the preservers.
Archon Probe is better. I mean, Archon Probe required me to get the dude to be stuck, so... What I'm going to do is I'm going to clear this area. There's a base here, then a main base. So I'll try to clear the base here, get all the money, and then I can use that to beat this area, secure the ramp, make sure that everything is gone. This one would be way easier on an account that didn't have achievements unlocked, because then I would just know when I was done by getting the achievement. Will I be doing the other two campaigns? Maybe. It depends on how possible or interesting they are. I think they should be doable. And killing the enemy bases on like Sky Shield, for example, could actually be pretty hard. Because that mission on Brutal is no simple thing. And Amon's Reach would be hard. I actually think Legacy of the Void would be really, really, really difficult. Because there's not really a good place to go first. Killing everything on Amon's Reach sounds really difficult. Yeah, Temple of the Past would be fun. That whole expansion is just really not built for this challenge, which would probably make it very interesting. Heart of the Swarm will probably be easy. Especially once you get mutas, then... There are so many, like, out-of-reach and annoying bases that you just make Mutalisks and kill. What I'm gonna do... I know there's some defenders over here, but I don't remember what they are, so I'm gonna get a Stalker and gonna kind of poke around. He's probably got better upgrades than me. Yeah, he's 1-1, so I'm gonna hit him, kite him to the cannon. Hey! That's not how Stalkers are supposed to work. I shot you with a cannon.
A robotics facility. This structure may prove.
I may or may not have forgotten that there's a hybrid coming. Oh, let's just get this pylon down. Okay. I guess we're going to be doing the robo later. You can't actually kill Mar. Well, the mission ends with Mar being killed, right? The whole point is that you kill him without the preservers and he's gone. So he dies in the final cutscene. I think that's fine. It's kind of like saying that you can't technically kill Kerrigan in the final mission, but that's kind of the whole point of the mission.
I am here in the shadows.
This actually, the whole pylon thing right there reminded me of something that happens in the Orc Deathless video, which is coming out for patrons later tonight and is coming out for the general audience tomorrow. Okay.
Preservers to survive. I must free them.
I'm dying.
Before it is too late.
Smooth segue. Thank you, Finlay. Yeah, I know. I nailed that one. I'm supposed to get an Immortal. Thank you. I was supposed to have this Immortal a long time ago, and it was really going to be useful. But he wouldn't spawn, and they were shooting my pylons, and it really was terrible. Yeah, the medevac mission's going to be fun. I'm not looking forward to that. Could you just relax a little bit? This mission is just really easy, guys. Absolutely a joke. The hybrid are just laughable. The enemy attack waves. PvP is just so easy, right? You can always beat a robot in PvP. Why am I dying? I beat this game before, I promise.
I return to serve.
What I might end up doing on Supernova, by the way, is hiding a guy in the top or in the corner of the map and just having the fire burn everyone to death. It might be easier. Just clear a way to the bottom left corner or something. Because it's not that I have to kill everybody, it's that everybody has to die.
Your existence ends this day. I am the heart of... I am here in the shadows.
Maybe I need another robo. I really want to take out that right-hand base. I think that my life is going to be much, much easier as soon as that happens.
I return to serve.
No, leave him alone. He's got an immortal family.
I am here in the shadows.
You decided to beat all Protoss Edition campaign and Legacy of the Void with Destroyer-based teams on Brutal. Good luck. That doesn't sound very fun to me, but I think it's doable. It'll just be brutally painful. All in is going to be dumb if you're doing Wings of Liberty Protoss Edition. I don't know if that one's actually doable. With just... Well, you said Destroyer-based and not pure Destroyer, right? So I think that Destroyer-based is a lot stronger than pure Destroyer. Because you have other units that aren't Destroyers. This isn't working well. Pull back. Just target that Nexus, it's fine. Then we gotta run all the way back, take down Mar, and then run all the way back. Does anyone ever take a second base on the medevac mission? I have to ask this awkward question. There's a second base on the medevac mission? I don't know where it is. By the second core. Maybe. Yeah, you run out of money real quick on that mission, don't you? So, it'd be nice to have some extra cash. I think what I might want to do is get wraiths. And then use wraiths on that mission. Maybe that's dumb? But the wraith seems like it'd kind of be okay.
Base is under attack.
Let our enemy know our fury.
I return.
Oblivion comes. None shall stand.
They're so aggressive. I actually like the difficulty of this mission. I think it is a well-designed mission, and on Brutal it is quite hard. But whenever you're trying to do something janky as a result, it's like, just chill out, Tal'Darim, for like 30 seconds, bud.
Fate has sent you here. Join me, brothers, and we shall cleanse this place of evil. Command us.
I'm just gonna arc on these guys. It's too much to babysit Dark Templar. Not playing 3v3s today. Alrighty. Yeah, I think it's definitely one of those... I think I actually can't think of how this mission is on hard. But it definitely is one that spikes in difficulty a lot for brutal. Which I think is how brutal should be. I would kind of like there to be a brutal plus in StarCraft. That'd be cool. If anybody is a rogue map maker and at any point is interested in making a brutal plus version of the campaign, I think you should. Have a good one, Finlay.
I am the heart of darkness.
Preferably brutal plus with harder groups of enemies and a better AI, not like, oh, you don't have any resources, because they already do that on brutal, and just having no money is not fun. But having really hard challenges and AI that like use their abilities would be cool. Like, think about how much harder the campaign would be if the AI was like, yeah, I know how to use Stimpack. I know how to split Marines.
Our liberation is at hand. Ready yourself, noble warrior.
I would be very, very happy with something like that.
This day. Stand against.
No, random mutator sounds really unfun. I think good difficulty comes from things that are predictable and can be countered, like with skill and planning, not RNG.
I return to serve. Our minds.
I mean, there's definitely a place for RNG in some games, but not StarCraft. Selected mutators could be interesting. That would be a very easy way to make the challenge. So I have to attack this base. Unfortunately, there's Void Rays in it, I believe, and I have 2 Stalkers. So I'm going to have to chill for a bit as I get this base saturated and I build some anti-air. Yeah, I guess that is it, Detective Nordberg. I like the idea of using abilities. They have to be a little bit smarter. I think one of the things is that the AI is very abusable in this game, where it's like, well, for AoE, they don't use it on single targets or 2 targets, and they always use it on 3 targets. So you just run 3 guys forward, and now the AoE guy doesn't matter. Maybe a little bit more dynamic than that or something. I don't know how exactly you do it. Alright, let's go try to kill this base.
We shall stand against the darkness.
I didn't feedback Mark because I didn't have a High Templar. Because I turned my High Templar into death. Because I'm bad at micro. Now I have a High Templar. Oh, is it just one Void Ray? Well, I clicked to feedback the guy, and he got stuck behind my immortals. But then it also didn't matter, because they're immortals, so you storm them and nothing happens. Do I not have any anti-air? Come on, Mr. Archon, we need you! Oh, do you see that? He dropped his target and then he sniped my High Templar. That's so rude. So if I can kill Mar here without, like, absurd losses, the game is basically mine.
I return to serve. I return to serve.
Because I'll have control over everything on this half of the map, and they won't send any more attack waves, because this and this are the 2 bases they come from. Hey, Absbees, how's it going? So I'm just going to pump out units as much as I can. Lots of Stalkers, because I need that anti-air. I'm not going to bother taking the base, because I am going to move across the map pretty soon, about 150, 160.
I return to serve.
There's the probe. Yeah, we got to take the probes out so they don't rebuild. I don't know if Mar actually gets bigger than this. I don't think he does. This seems to be his cap.
I return to serve.
Try to head him off at the pass.
I return to serve.
I know this isn't a mountain pass at all, don't judge me. I just want it to sound cool. It's like what they say in the movies, you know. I don't know what movie it is. We don't really have cowboy movies anymore, do we? That's where you head people off at the pass.
I return to serve.
So next mission I am really not looking forward to. I think I'm going to have to focus on Stalker Colossus. There's no flying units in it, which means that there are going to be overlords that I just can't hit, unfortunately.
I am the heart of darkness.
I return to serve.
Mineral field depleted.
State thy bidding.
I don't remember what's over here. I think it's pretty decent, though. I'm going to need a couple more waves of units. I think there's, like, carriers and immortals and void rays. It's almost as if I'm just picking all the good Protoss units. But that means that I need to have enough anti-air, because a couple carriers and voids could kill the immortals real quick. Have a good one, ZeroTool649. Someone should make a Starcraft movie. I mean, did you see the Warcraft movie? I think Starcraft's okay, as it is.
Here in the shadows. I am here in the shadows.
The idea of a Starcraft movie, I think, is really cool. The reality of a Starcraft movie, I think, would be incredibly average. The Warcraft movie by no means was a flop. It made money. Unfortunately, it was very, very average. Frankly, any sort of Warcraft movie that didn't start,
It shall be. I am the heart.
then they're done that. Alright, let's go.
I am the voice of the eclipse.
The fact that a Warcraft movie storyline did not start with the story of Arthas, I think is just insane. Because it is by far and away the most interesting story that Blizzard has written in a really long time, and it is the most iconic story. And I think that it was built largely to start with people that weren't familiar with Warcraft anyway, so it would have worked in a lot of different ways. One of the things about StarCraft, a movie, where do you start? It'd be very hard to find a great place to start from that would also be really interesting. Oh, I gotta be careful about that prism. It can fly off into the void and be unkillable.
I am here in the shadows.
Yeah, I think most people, like, not most people anymore, but Warcraft 3 was so much bigger than Warcraft 2. And Arthas was the start for so many people, so obviously it is a place that works as a good jumping off point.
Mineral field depleted.
It shall be as you say.
The spirits of the preservers are entombed within. We must break them open immediately.
We move unseen.
So how do I want to do this? I'm going to try something. Okay.
State thy bidding.
So what happens if I kill Mar? Is there a little bit of a delay between him going into his little hidey hole? Oh, hello. What I'm hoping is that maybe there's a time where he just doesn't exist on the map as he's like... Yeah, okay. This is doable. What I'm going to do is I'm going to target this down. Get that to low health. I'm going to kill Mar again. And then while he's gone, I'm going to finish off the thing and he just won't exist on the map.
Very well. Very wise.
Mar?
The reckoning. I am
Wakey wakey.
in the shadow.
Buddy? gonna get this down to really low HP. There we go. Boom! No more. Easy peasy. I think personally that a TV show for something like Starcraft would work much better, because it's a long grind and it's got a lot of characters and development movies are tough because they're short. That's basically it. Is Starcraft, to make a good story, has a lot of story to tell, and if you abridge it, it's not a very good story. So don't put it in a format that requires it to be abridged. Have a good one, Exodus.